in your country. We also have a special entry, db.local.clamav.net, which uses GeoIP database and attempts to redirect FreshClam to closest pool of mirrors by checking the IP address in this special GeoIP database. And the database clamav.net, the one that should be always in a FreshClam const, is just a round-robin record which points to the most reliable mirrors. And this is a good time for some examples. First, we'll update the database. I will run FreshClam from the super account. However, FreshClam will drop privileges immediately, and it will switch to the ClamAV account. Oh, I forgot to configure a FreshClam conf, so we need to do that. User local FreshClam. We should remove this infamous entry. Now, if we are here, we maybe have a look at some options. The log file options are similar to ClamD. We have also PIT file. Well, we have the database mirror entry. I will modify it to connect to Polish mirrors. The second one should not be touched, and it will be used as a fallback. By default, FreshClam will make 3 attempts per single mirror, and you should leave this default value. FreshClam includes special methods, special recovery methods, and usually don't need to set up more attempts. If it fails 3 times, then it's very unlikely that it will succeed after this. Instead, FreshClam will try to switch to different mirrors. Scripted updates is the very important option, which makes sure that FreshClam attempts to only download differences between the database files. Only in some very specific cases you should touch this option. For example, if for some reason, if you're running a local web server which provides FreshClam updates, FreshClam databases for FreshClam, then you don't need scripted updates. You should disable this option here, because FreshClam will download FreshClam can download just the plain files from your web server. You can find information on how to set up such log ClamAV mirrors in our FAQ section on clamav.org. Compress local database. By default, when you install ClamAV on a new system, ClamAV will install 2 database files, main CVD and daily CVD. Those database files are compressed by default, and however, after the next update, when FreshClam downloads those special diff files and it will patch the local database, it will unpack it. So that the next time when ClamScan or ClamD load the database, it takes less time. Such an unpacked database can be parsed much faster. If you want to keep the local database compressed, you should change this option. In FreshClam, you can also configure a proxy. If you're behind the proxy, you should set up it here. However, when you enable HTTP proxy username and HTTP proxy password, Freshcam will require the configuration file to have strict permissions, and so that it can be only accessed by the ClamAV user. Otherwise, Freshcam will refuse to run. This is to protect your confidential information. On update execute, on error execute, and on outdated execute allow you to run a command in case some special event occurs. For example, you can run, you can send an email in case of some error. If Freshcam fails completely to download the database, it can send you an email or a text message. I will run Freshcam right now. Freshcam couldn't download the diff files because this version of the database is too old, and the diff files for those versions are no longer available on the internet. We only keep the most recent different files. We keep something around 50 different files. This is because if Freshcam needed to download 100 diff files, then it would be much less optimal than downloading the entire database. That's why in such cases, Freshcam, in such cases as this one, when the database was very old, it was older than 7 days, and the diff files didn't exist anymore, it will just download a new database. Now, by default, Freshcam will download the databases to user, local, share, ClamAV. Daily CVD and main CVD. Daily CVD with the next update will be switched into daily.clb local database file. However, it will have a very same structure as daily CVD, but by default it will not be compressed. How to unpack such files? To unpack database files, in case you want to have a look at the signatures, you can use SIGTOOL. SIGTOOL is a tool useful mostly for our virus database maintainers. However, you can use SIGTOOL to perform some basic tasks such as database unpacking. I will unpack the database into a temporary directory. Let's say daily. I will run SIGTOOL. And SIGTOOL unpack the daily database into this directory. You can see many files. All of those files include some kind of information for ClamD, mostly signatures. But I won't describe it here. This is for a different for another presentation. And we'll move to